color me shocked.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So originally I was thinking they weren't going to show a character during the Game Awards. And I thought, well, there's a somewhat chance. There was a small chance, but I was pretty much in disbelief. I was like, they're not going to show anything. And one of the things is normally Nintendo does announce when they show something. So this morning when I woke up and I saw they were going to announce a character at the Game Awards, I was pretty happy. I was like, wow, I can't believe just later today we get to see it.
This is the last fucking thing I
said. And it was one of the first announcements once Jeff Keighley got on stage. He like couldn't get. He was like super excited. Like right off the bat, he was like, "It feels like everyone is here, but not everyone is here." And I was like,
"He's OP
there's still someone missing." And I was like,
"What the fuck is this? Is this a joke?"
Who's he talking about? Because I was like, "Wow, he's really." Basically, when he said that, I was like, "Okay, this is a hype moment. He's really hyping up a character." It's funny how Nintendo figured this character would be more hype and important than Minecraft Steve at the Game Awards. I think Steve would have been a more hype character for the Game Awards. But, you know, there's a theory that one of the characters was delayed. There's a theory that Nintendo had to delay some stuff due to COVID-19. And it's easy to understand why. But it turns out, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels like because this character's coming out in December and so soon after Steve, I thought this character would come out in 2021. I thought this character would come out in February. It's safe to say there's only 3 more characters left, and they have until January 2021 to get the last character out. So they have 3 months. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be every other month. I think it's going to be like in fall next year, or possibly even I think it'll be fall next year. The last character will come out, and it could even be like November or October. So I think it's very interesting, but I definitely did not see this character coming. I don't think anyone did. Yes, here's the funny thing. We all joked about if they put Sephiroth in, because Sephiroth was on a lot of people's minds. A lot of people were talking about Sephiroth. Why? Because Sephiroth is an iconic villain on the same level as Ganondorf and Bowser. Like, most people, if you know Cloud, you know Sephiroth. And most people know Sephiroth even from the Kingdom Hearts battles. So Sephiroth has this reputation of being a hard boss fight. That's sort of his thing, is that he's like the ultimate bad guy you have to face. So the idea of him being in Smash is perfect for the same reason like Bowser's hard to fight and K. Rool's hard to fight and Ganondorf is hard to fight, is because like you got it, you know, it's just cool to have like a hero fight a villain, and especially when you can do Cloud versus Sephiroth, which you can do in Smash now. And the thing is that, in my opinion, is a villain good enough on his own without that character? In my opinion, Sephiroth fits the bill. I mean, if Cloud fights any character in Smash, that's already iconic because Cloud is Cloud. But yeah, it works the same way with Sephiroth. If anyone steps up to Sephiroth, they're going to have to bring their A game. You know, think about characters like Ness, who's in his own RPG. He wants to fight Sephiroth, he's got to go fucking hard, you know? It's really cool, the idea and the imagery of anyone fighting Sephiroth, whether it be Sonic, Mega Man, Snake, whoever it is, fighting Sephiroth, it's going to be important. And I love the fact that Joker and Hero from Dragon Quest and Persona 5 are in this game. Having them face off against Sephiroth when they're also JRPG protagonists, it's just like this awesome thing. Like, just, it's an awesome moment. Like, it's already cool that me and my little brother do Joker versus Cloud all the time. But man, just the fact you can now fight him against Sephiroth is going to be so much fun. So we all used to joke, you know, there's no spirits from Final Fantasy in Smash, and there's no music from Final Fantasy in Smash. Only the 2 songs that were in Smash 4, and only like the 2 songs, which is like the bare minimum. And there was no Final Fantasy 7 content at all, which makes me think they were planning Sephiroth for a while now. But the thing is that it was so weird because Cloud just did not fit the same way everyone else fit, and it was honestly disappointing. And I even said in one of my I made a video called the most disappointing things about Smash Ultimate, where I said I'm gonna be objective and I'm gonna say my problems with the game, and I think I came up with 5. And one of them was, and for me it's like the most important thing, was that there's no representation for Cloud at all. Like when the game first came out, I was excited because there was Bayonetta assist trophy, there was a Street Fighter assist trophy, and I was like, oh, the DLC from Smash 4 are getting assist trophies and more music, and this is exciting. And then when there was no assist character for Cloud, I just felt it was a huge missed opportunity. I felt like they should have either put in Sephiroth, Aerith, or Tifa. Even Barrett would have been cool because he could have stood back and shot, you know? But Tifa would have been a great character who rushes in and beats people up. Aerith could have been a great character that does a status effect, like giving you shields or healing the team. You know, her limit break is healing wind, so imagine if she came down, it did the limit noise like it does for Cloud, and then it just starts doing healing wind, and she just heals everyone on your team. Something like that would have been cool. Or just Sephiroth just coming down stabbing through you. Well, now we know they're definitely not going to do Sephiroth as an assist trophy because he's in the fucking game, baby. So, and we all joked, of course, that if Sephiroth is in the game, they can add more music. And it's not like they can't have 2 stages for the same game. They can do that. They have 2 stages for Sonic. They can do that if they want. It's just that it's not that appropriate or worthwhile most of the time. Like, what's really awesome about this, though, is that because we know from Fire Emblem that if there's new DLC from the same game, that music will be added to the other stages from the same game. So those stages got updated to have songs from 3 houses, which makes logical sense. We all know this, right? But because Smash Ultimate is the first game where the stage can have any song from that same game, that means Final Fantasy VII Midgar stage is going to have all the songs from this new final battle stage. I don't know what it's called, but it's the final battle against Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII, and it's probably going to have some of my favorite songs from Final Fantasy VII. It's probably going to have the Genova theme for one, which is my favorite song. It's going to have One Winged Angel, as we heard the Advent Children remix during the trailer. Clearly, Sakurai loves Advent Children. The Advent Children costume for Cloud is in the game, but not only that, but he put Cloud in the Advent Children costume in the trailer. What's funny is Cloud never appeared in any of the trailers. Cloud literally he would appear with like gameplay, but they never made CG renders of Cloud. And they finally made a CG like highly detailed render of Cloud, and he is wearing the Advent Children costume and has the Advent Children sword. And they recreated the Omni Slash from Advent Children, and they basically recreated the final fight from Advent Children. And he even said, "You're just a memory," which is like right out of Advent Children. So it's very clear that Sakurai loves the new Advent Children style version of Sephiroth, you know. And it's really cool because Final Fantasy VII Remake came out this year, and it's a big deal. And just having Cloud and Sephiroth in the same game together is so fucking cool, and just their battle against each other, you know. Just it's like me and my little brother used to like to do Link versus Ganon when the game first came out, and we were trying to learn our characters. And now people can do Cloud versus Sephiroth, like man, he's got shirtless alt skins where because when you fight Cloud and Sephiroth, when you fight Sephiroth and 1v1 with Cloud without your partners at the very end of the game after you beat like all the god forms and everything, and he's just shirtless like that. So that's a really cool alt skin for him. I was shocked. I didn't think he was even going to get an alt skin, so that makes me really happy. People are already wondering what the amiibo is going. The amiibo is going to look like his default pose. It's going to be cool. The fact there's even going to be a Sephiroth amiibo is fucking badass. But people are wondering what the Kirby version is going to look like. I'm assuming he's just going to have Sephiroth's hair and have a giant Masamune sword like Sephiroth uses. If you don't know, the Masamune is the best sword in the game for like Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. Then as more Final Fantasy games came out, like the best weapons changed. But it's just funny because like Sephiroth uses the best sword from the best Final Fantasy game, from the first Final Fantasy game, and that's like his default weapon that only he can use. You can't use it yourself in FF7. So really cool. I love that it's like a callback because Sephiroth is supposed to be like the ultimate hero created in a lab and stuff. So he's just a cool character with a cool history. The whole point of his character is just supposed to be badass and OP. He's like the ultimate edgelord character, and 90s was all about that edgelord shit. And man, give it to me, man. This goth boy in all black with super long white hair, his sword that's even longer than his fucking hair. He can stab it into the wall and fling himself up like a cartoon character, which is like would be terrible for Sephiroth on anything but Smash, because it's Smash. This makes sense. They gave him his iconic down stab. It looks like he has some kind of limit mechanic similar to Cloud, or maybe even, but probably more similar to Joker, because it looks like when his one wing is out, his moves are stronger, and I'm not sure. It would be cool if he was like Cloud and he only had the one move like Cloud, but I'm wondering if it's going to be a mechanic more similar to Joker. But he definitely has some sort of powered up mechanic, but he even might get his gauge up similar to Joker with like pressing down B or something, because he definitely has a counter move. I wasn't sure. He has this like fireball explosion move, but I wasn't sure if that was actually the setup to his final smash or if he just actually has a fireball move. But he definitely has a move that creates 3 little black orbs that do, it looks like very little damage to you, but either you can detonate it or they detonate automatically. And I'm assuming, I bet you how it works is if you wait long enough, it will detonate automatically, or you can control it, which is a really cool alternative to something like Mega Man's move. It's probably not going to be that powerful. Those kind of sticky bomb moves are never that powerful, because if they were, they'd be OP. But, or maybe it'll be more powerful if you detonate it yourself. That would be cool. Or maybe it's more powerful if you are get the one wing it out, or if you have the one wing out when you throw it out, it's just that like exploding fireball move. So I couldn't tell if that exploding fireball move is just his final smash, because it would make sense if he does an attack and then switches to it, but I can't tell. The trailer, it's like I'm wondering, he's got insane range and you know he's going to be really strong, so I'm wondering if he's going to be really slow or not, or have big slow wind up moves, which I'm totally fine with him having slow attacks. But to me, I feel like he should feel somewhat similar to Cloud in his movements, because Cloud and Sephiroth can both like fly. So to me, I think he should be fast, but maybe he should have a bad dash attack because he's gonna have too much speed. So maybe the best way to play as him is to like dash in, but then not dash attack, because that's. I don't mind him fighting very different from Cloud, but him and Cloud can both like fly across the ground like that. So to me, he should be able to do that, right? But either way, we're going to know more about Sephiroth's moveset later and his stats and stuff, because first of all, he comes out this month. That's insane. I thought the next schedule would come out at February at the earliest. I'm not shitting you guys. I thought February the earliest would be the third character, which would still give them plenty of time to do another character, one per season. And it looks like we got our character for winter a little early, and maybe it's our Christmas present to us. Maybe it was just because they wanted to show a trailer for the Game Awards, but I don't know. Either way, this is a huge freaking deal. This is insane. And I'm wondering if it's because COVID had them delayed. So, I don't know, but Sephiroth is here. This is amazing. This is awesome. He looks great. He looks fantastic. Now, I want to do something here. This is the elephant in the room that we all have to talk about and discuss. This changes everything, because I was thinking we're going to have a few filler characters. I still think we're getting a Pokemon. I'm sorry, but I still think we're getting a Pokemon. But besides that, the fucking, like, anything can happen, We got spirits, but now we have characters from the same third party. And my friend is a big Eggman fan. I had to bring up the fact that Tails and Eggman are both possible now. Here's the thing. If they do Shadow, I wanted Shadow more than any other character in the base game, because he would be a great Echo Fighter for Sonic. And for a while, I was actually playing as Sonic, and it would be so cool to just play as Shadow. Why? Do I like Shadow because I like edgelord characters? No, I don't. I actually like good guys more than bad guys. However, Shadow represents Sonic Adventure 2 because that was his first game. That game was basically all about him, and that's the era where I was most a Sonic fan. I love the Dreamcast era, Sonic Adventure 2. I love Sonic Heroes, even though that game is shit and I hate it. Obviously everyone hates Sonic 06, but the story was actually cool and interesting. And no one likes Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, but Shadow used to be a cool character in Sonic Adventure 2. And so, to me, I wanted Knuckles more than anyone, but if you can just do an easy Echo Fighter of Shadow, let's do it. So right now, my dream character is Tails, and it just comes with an Echo of Shadow. If they did that, I would, that's the best case scenario, is to do Tails, because I want Sonic and Tails to fight as a team. Knuckles is already an Echo Fighter. Knuckles is already an assist trophy, so he's out. Shadow's an assist trophy, so he's possibly out too. I don't think he can even happen as an Echo Fighter. We already know Springman didn't happen, so I think Shadow can't happen. But it would just be such an easy thing to do to make Shadow an Echo Fighter. But if we could get another Sonic character, I would cry. However, the same thing I'm going to say about Min Min. Just because we got one Spirit character doesn't mean we're going to get any more. Think about it. Geno made sense because Geno would bring his own music to the game. For me, if they can bring their own music, they have a huge chance. Geno is not happening now because Sephiroth is happening now. And Sephiroth only brings his own music to the game because they kind of planned this ahead of time, I'm pretty sure. So Sephiroth is like the one example that like no one saw coming, but it was the one thing where it was like, why does Cloud only have 2 songs?
But the thing is that it's totally possible that we might see, maybe not this DLC, maybe not even for Smash Ultimate, but it's possible for the next Smash game, we could get a bunch more Sonic characters, we could get more Mega Man characters. It seems like once you add Sephiroth, the floodgates are open. And I was just thinking to myself, I don't know what they can do to top Steve. And I was thinking it's only a matter of time before Smash opens the floodgates. And honestly, I was thinking, like, it's only a matter of time before we get Goku. But again, if they do a huge crossover character from something like that, it's going to need to be in a whole another game. It's not going to happen in Ultimate. So for Ultimate, we know it's not going to be Goku or Iron Man or Darth Vader. But what we do know is that third-party characters can finally get second characters from the same game. Finally. And if we can get Tails, because you can do Mario and Luigi, you can do Donkey and Diddy Kong, we need Sonic and Tails, man. We need Sonic and Tails, man. Make it happen, please. Toon Link is in the game in a background stage already, so it's fine. Like, put this motherfucker in the game. Put Tails in the game. Just take him out of that stage for that level only. Whenever you're on that level, give me a new Sonic stage. Here's the thing: there's plenty of music you could add from Sonic, and I understand that it's kind of weird because there's already a lot of Sonic music. But there's so many songs you could add from Sonic that would be totally fine. So I want Tails the most of all. That's who I want. But I will say, it's unlikely we'll get another character. I mean, if I had to say like my absolute, like what character I want who's already from a third party in already, I would say Zero from Mega Man. But Zero is an assist trophy, so I'm just gonna say no to the assist trophies. It's not gonna happen. But if I'm gonna say, honestly, Sephiroth would have been my top pick. If that's the funny thing. If I was gonna pick, if I had to pick a character from a second character to put in from another third party, a lot of us already talked about Sephiroth, so Sephiroth would be my first pick. If we're talking non-Echoes, yeah, I would have picked Sephiroth. Tails would have been my second, and then if I have to really think about it, let me think here. I don't want anyone else. Well, I wouldn't Chun-Li, but is she my third? Because I really would. I think Chun-Li needs to be in the game. Ooh. I can't believe she has a real chance right now. Holy fuck. Wow, that's exciting. I want Chun-Li more than a lot of characters. Possibly even more than Tails. Oh, fuck me. But I don't think they're going to do it. Just because Min Min broke the no spirit rule, and just because Sephiroth broke the two characters from the same IP rule, doesn't mean it's going to necessarily happen again in this DLC, wave. But what it does mean is in Smash in general, anything is possible. Anything is possible in Smash in general. But what I'm saying here is it's still more likely that a character like Waluigi will be in the next Smash versus being in this one, because we still haven't seen a precedent for assist trophies being playable characters as in DLC. I'm talking assist trophies they're assist in the base game, and the DLC makes them a playable character. We have not seen that in Smash yet. However, there's only 2 games with DLC, and we just broke 2 rules so far with this wave of characters. And the character that didn't break any rules is Minecraft Steve, and I don't need to say anything more about that. So, like, the reality is that the possibilities are insanely endless. So if they make a new Smash game, it's okay to start saying you want Tails, you want Knuckles, you want Proto Man, you want Zero, you want fucking Liquid Snake, and all these other characters. I don't even know. Oh, Raiden maybe? Nah, I don't want Raiden. I don't know who I'd want from Metal Gear Solid. Honestly, Metal Gear Solid doesn't really need more playable characters. It's not really the point of Metal Gear Solid is to have characters in a fighting game. Honestly, I don't really need anyone else. It's just for Cloud, it makes more sense to add in Sephiroth than it does Tifa. Tifa would be the only other character from FF7. Like, if they did another character from FF7, it has to be Tifa or Sephiroth. I'm glad they went with Sephiroth. But it would be cool to have more female characters, and that's why I think Chun-Li really could pop up. And honestly, I'd rather have Chun-Li than even Scorpion or something. If they're going to do another fighting game character, I'd rather them go back to Street Fighter and just do fucking Chun-Li, because Chun-Li would be another iconic character that would fit in Smash 100% completely perfectly and legitimately, and everyone would understand. I know that's 3 Street Fighter characters, but I don't give a shit. So I would rather have Chun-Li than another Mega Man character. If we're talking Capcom, honestly, I'd rather have Chun-Li than so many other Capcom characters. It's not even funny. So, yeah, I would say my top pick would be Tails. My second pick would be Chun-Li. And don't need anyone from Bayonetta. Don't need anyone from Dragon Quest. Don't need anyone from King of Fighters. Also, King of Fighters is kind of deconfirmed with all those characters in the stages. Unless they put in Mai, but that's not happening. Who else? I obviously the elephant in the room is for me to talk about Persona because I'm such a fan of Persona 5 and I predicted Joker at the first Game Awards and stuff like that, and like I mean I should probably say another Persona character, but if I was gonna say anyone from Persona, I don't think those characters need to be represented in that way. I think that they're represented in Smash perfectly, being background stage characters. Honestly, with Persona, it would be better to do a protagonist from a different Persona game and not Persona 5. So I would say you from Persona 4. However, I'm totally fine with him being a Mii costume. I'm totally fine. We don't need him, And he already is a Mii costume, so that's kind of breaking my own rules to even mention him. So, like, I would say Persona's fine with just Joker. I'm not even going to lie. Joker was a perfect representation. The differences with Sephiroth and Tails and Chun-Li is that they represent a very different thing, and they stand out completely on their own. If Chun-Li fights a character, she stands out completely on her own. She doesn't need Ryu, Sephiroth doesn't need Cloud, and Tails, I think, wouldn't need Sonic. For the same logic that Luigi and Diddy Kong don't need Mario and Donkey Kong. And I just think it's cool that there's a lot of team-up battles you can possibly have. Link and Zelda or Link and Sheik versus Mario and Luigi versus Donkey Kong Diddy Kong versus so many characters, right? There's so many tag teams. Ryu and Kin is a tag team, I wouldn't say the Belmonts because they're like not canonically in the same timeline, but there's lots of characters like Fox and Falco. There's so many in the game that are like these characters are in the game to be a tag team, and I would love the idea of Sonic and Tails. Like, the thing is about Sonic is that if you had Sonic and Tails, Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic and Shadow, oh, you know what? Tails has an assist. Tails has a costume. He's a Mii costume. Eggman has to be Eggman. But the reality is they're not going to do another Sonic character, and they're probably not going to do Chun-Li either. This is just me being wishful and optimistic. I know that Sephiroth is probably going to be the only character that breaks this rule. But he deserves it. Of all the characters to break this rule, it's Sephiroth. It's fucking Sephiroth. And Final Fantasy doesn't have enough music. It has no fucking representation, no spirits at all. I can't wait to finally have Tifa and Aerith in the game. I'm wondering, is it going to be the original art from Final Fantasy VII, or is it going to be the remake art? Probably the original, because the original's on Switch, the remake isn't. But I don't care. That's so cool. They might even, but you know what? There's Metal Gear Solid 5 stuff in the game, so maybe they'll put in remake and original stuff. Man, either way, it's fucking dope, dude. So fucking cool. So, yes. The thing is, a lot of people were thinking Square Enix is really hard to work with, and they're being stiflers about everything. But that confused me, because there's a bunch of Square Enix spirits being updated into Smash all the time, including Trials of Mana, which got updated in right when the game first came out. And then I think Octopath Traveler has stuff in it. I don't remember all of the Square Enix stuff, but it seemed like Square Enix was perfectly fine with them using Geno, perfectly fine with them using Dragon Quest stuff. So to me, it's just like they might be somewhat hard to work with, but it doesn't seem like they're that hard to work with. It seems like they are fine for the most part. It's just that I think they might be a little bit more strict than others. And I think what happened is why people got so confused is because they probably were like, you can't add in a bunch of stuff with Cloud. You have to add that stuff in with Sephiroth. And I think that's fine, I think what probably happened is Sakurai probably wanted Sephiroth to be in the base game or something like that. And they said no. They probably maybe last minute said no, Sephiroth has to be DLC because you make more money from DLC. It's purely speculation, guys. But
whatever the case, I'm glad Sephiroth is in the game now. I don't care that he's DLC. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm just glad he's in the game now. So, either way, we're getting Sephiroth. I have no idea who the next 3 characters are going to be. I don't think they'll be Sora. I don't think it'll be Master Chief, and I don't think it'll be anyone else. I think Gino's off the table, man. I was going in so hard on Gino. Thinking Gino 100% had a chance, and it's not going to be Gino, man. The Gino dream is over. The Sora dream is over, and that's really sad. I wanted Cloud and Sora to be a team in that game. I wanted to team up Cloud and Sora really badly. Not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine to not have Sora and Gino if we get Sephiroth. Because Sephiroth, if you're a Square Enix fan, you aren't going to complain. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan and you're like, oh, cool, Cloud Sora, now you're like, oh, yep, Cloud Sephiroth, that makes sense. I don't think anyone's upset. No one's upset about the deconfirmations here. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's going to be some hardcore Kingdom Hearts fans, and I totally think that having the Kingdom Hearts music would be awesome. Having Kingdom Hearts stage would be really cool. But it just seems so hard to do, and it seems like it's almost like Sakurai's like, look, we can't do Sora, but here's Sephiroth, so please don't be upset. That's fine with me, man. I want a Sephiroth. I'm so glad we got him. I'm so happy. It's so hard for Smash to surprise me anymore. Steve surprised me just because I was just like, why wouldn't they have done him the first DLC? You know what I mean? Why'd they wait for the second one to do him? But that's the thing. It's like, it's so hard for Smash to even shock me anymore. ARMS shocked me only because I was like, what? Why would they even do that? And then Steve was like, okay, why'd they wait for this long? And then with Sephiroth, it's like, okay, you've never done a second character from the same game before, unless it was an Echo Fighter. But we're breaking rules today, baby. And this isn't even just DLC rules. This is just literally the base game doesn't do this either. So this is just craziness. Though Ken is so unique as an Echo Fighter, he basically should be considered a semi-clone. They're not the same character, not even close. Ken is literally only an Echo Fighter because it's like a tongue-in-cheek joke. I think Sakurai made a rule about Echo Fighters and just broke his own fucking rule. He doesn't even care. So, I really, really have no clue who the next 3 characters are going to be. It's so hard to predict. It's impossible to predict at this point. I think Ryu Hayabusa is out as well, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to do another dude with a sword like that. Ryu Hayabusa uses a katana, and Sephiroth uses the Masamune, which is like giant katana. But, I don't think we're going to see another character in black with a katana, I think Ryu is out of this, like Ryu Hayabusa, that is. So, man, but the sky is the fucking limit. Now, I guess my number one character right now, because Tails isn't really eligible because he has a Mii costume, is Chun-Li. But there's so many Street Fighter songs that I feel like, including Chun-Li's theme, that I feel like Chun-Li's not going to happen. And also we got Terry, so it makes me really think Chun-Li's not going to happen, but her moveset would be so fun in Smash. The way she jumps and bounces off people's heads, man. I love playing Chun-Li in the Versus games. She's so much fun. It's weird to have Ryu and Ken and not Chun-Li, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, it is just, it's sad, but that's okay. But, either way, though of course Akuma would be pretty cool too, right? Am I right? But yeah, no, we don't need any, what's going to really happen is we're just going to get, I'm just hoping they don't do a Pokemon and these last characters are just all super hype. But I have a feeling that character 2, 3, and 4 are going to be the most hype, and 1, 5, and 6 won't be as hype. And honestly, I really hope so, but we'll see. Well, I'm really tired. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm fucking exhausted and tired. So I'm going to end this one here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.